notice how the most successful people in the world seem to have a few small habits that they refuse to skip? It doesn't matter if they're entrepreneurs or athletes or leaders or creators. Um, when you study their routines, certain patterns show up over and over and over again. And now stick around for a few minutes because I'm going to share those three habits that show up almost everywhere you look. And I'm also going to tell you what I'm noticing personally as I keep practicing them every day. Now, if we haven't met yet, I'm Rhonda Dillard, and I love helping ambitious women just like you learn to manifest vibrant health and financial freedom, one intentional habit at a time, daily habit at a time. I share what I'm learning and I'm practicing and the habits that I help create. This is what I call intentional reality is what we're creating here, okay? So tell me something while we're getting started. Which one of these feels hardest for you right now? Staying consistent, staying disciplined, or staying focused? Drop one word in the comments just because I'd love to hear what you're working through right now, okay? This is day 16 of Elevate Life, where I'm sharing my real time journey of improving my health, strengthening my discipline, and elevating my mindset one daily intentional habit at a time. Not perfection, just elevation, okay? Now, over the years, I've studied a lot of successful people, a lot. Entrepreneurs and athletes and performers and authors and people who built incredible lives and businesses. And something really interesting shows up when you look at their daily routines. Three habits appear again and again and again. Guess what they are? If you know me, you know what they are: gratitude, meditation, and visualization. Now, these three simple habits show up in the lives of people like Oprah Winfrey and Tony Robbins and Richard Branson, Ray Dalio, and many, many, many others who live very intentional lives. Okay, you can go back far as Edison. Okay, and even back further than that. But at first, all this really surprised me because these habits seem so simple. But the more that you understand how the brain works, the more powerful they become. Gratitude changes what your brain looks for. When you practice gratitude daily, or at least consistently, your brain begins scanning your life for things that are working instead of things that are missing. All right? Now, meditation creates space. I like to think it creates space between thought and action. And instead of reacting automatically, you have that space. So you begin to notice your thoughts and you start choosing how you want to respond. Wouldn't we really like to be in control of that and be able to do that? Um, and visualization trains your brain to recognize the future that you want before it arrives. Now, if you know me, what is that called? Gratitude in advance, right? So your mind begins rehearsing the direction that you want your life to move instead of just willy nilly, you know, replaying problems that you've had throughout your life. And when you combine those three habits together, something really interesting starts happening. Your awareness gets sharper, your discipline gets easier, gets stronger, and your brain starts recognizing opportunities that align with the life that you're imagining. That is what I call the magic of manifesting. Instead of reacting to life, you begin directing it. And now remember earlier when I said was going to share what I'm personally noticing about practicing these habits. Something interesting is really happening, and this is in combination with another tool that I'm using called Elevate. But my thoughts are getting a lot clearer about the direction that I want to move in. And you're a big part of that, okay? Because I want to be there for you and help you. My decisions feel a little easier. And I'm noticing patterns in my life that I probably would have missed before, okay? Since I have rededicated myself to this mission of mine. And that was only 16 days ago, so we're really making some progress. Now, it's not perfection, of course. I'm definitely not perfect, but it is progress. And that's really the big goal of this whole process is progress, right? Not perfection, intentional progress. So that's exactly why these three habits are the foundation of my manifesting guide. It's called the Must Have Guide to Manifesting, and it's free. Go get it in through the link in my bio. And this guide really explains how these three habits gratitude, meditation, and visualization how they work together to begin shaping what I call your intentional reality. Don't we want our reality to be intentional, right? And if you want to start practicing these yourself, go grab that free guide through my link, okay? Because here's what I truly believe: you don't have to change everything in your life overnight. Please do not, because that is a recipe for disaster, all right? Sometimes one small daily habit is enough to start moving your entire life in a new direction. This is day 16 of Elevate Life. I'm so proud and glad that you're here. I hope that you go back and watch day 1 through 15 as well. Day 8 and day 14 are my garden videos, so you can see the garden growth in those 7 days or 6 days, whatever it was. So, tomorrow we're going to talk about something really powerful. We're going to talk more about why the thoughts that you repeat daily slowly become the direction that your life moves in. All right. Now you've got one life. Make it the one you were meant to live, the one you've always wanted to live. Y'all have a great day. Come back and see me.